Right now, parents across the U.S. are struggling with child care costs and have been for some time. But there's a new report from the nonprofit Childcare and Aware of America shows the average cost of placing two kids at a child care center at least 25% higher than the typical rent in every state. I mean, think about that. Laura Tulchin joins us. Laura's Chief Strategy Officer at Imagine Early Learning. As I said, think about that. But think about, Laura, that's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. Thank you so much for having me, Connell, and thank you for spending a few minutes on this very, very important issue. Yeah, families are being priced out of having children in this country, and it is crazy. We know that there's so much focus on inflation and inflation as an election issue. But if we can refocus a little bit and think about what is really hurting America's families' pockets, we land on childcare.
Big time. Now, let me play. We've done some reporting at NewsNation on this, an interview, short clip that we did with a mother and someone who works in one of these child care centers talking about the numbers, and then we'll put them on the screen afterwards. But listen to this.
Sure.
It's $1,500 alone a month just for him. I can't pay that. That's more than half of my check.
We haven't been able to raise our child care rates, and we have parents that are leaving because of the cost of living.
Yeah, more than half my check, she said at first, the mom. Now, I'll put up these numbers, as you know about these, Laura. The average weekly cost for a nanny, look at that, $766, that's up 4%. Daycare, $300, up 13%. Family care center is up. Babysitting costs, $192, up 7%. So, you know, everything's up, and people have to make tough decisions now.
Exactly, and I mean, just in the past 8 years alone, we've seen the cost of raising a child in this country increase by 19%. On average, families are spending about 25% of all of their income on childcare. That is way, way, way above the 7%, which is deemed affordable. So this is a real crisis. And I would argue that this is a crisis that has voters' attention. About 90% of parents in America say that a candidate's position on childcare will influence their vote.
Well, I haven't heard much on the Trump plan or the Biden plan, so I think that's your point. You've brought up the election a couple of times. What would you like to see being discussed? I mean, how do we fix this, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, look, we talk a lot about inflation, and then we hear about the vibe session, right? Which is a term I love. It's really about the perception of the economy. And this is one issue that crosses the aisles. It is felt by Democrats, Republicans, urban, rural, all income demographics. And if we can see one of the candidates come out and make this a core issue, not only would we make some progress in maybe getting something done, it could really sway the overall outcome of the election.
What about that? Is there something? It could, you're right. Let me put up these numbers. We've talked a few times, but I want to put the numbers up about how childcare compares to rent, state by state. I mean, you look at it here, rent on the right, childcare's on the left. And, you know, in some places, you know, the typical rent compared to the average cost of childcare for a couple of kids is, you know, pretty close. I mean, it's so much for so many people, more some places than others. Look at Massachusetts there, where the rents are higher, childcare costs $42,000, almost $43,000. So again, on the what to do part of it, you say it could sway the election, but there's no simple fix here, is there? Or?
Well, look, I mean, you look at these numbers and you would maybe understandably walk away thinking that childcare providers and early childhood educators are lining their pockets. I can tell you that is not the truth, right? We know that historically and generally speaking, this is a class of workers who are on the low wage side. And so this is this catch-22 that my company Imagine and others find itself, where we want to do the best thing by our employees who we know are giving their heart and their soul to caring for tomorrow's generation, but we don't want to raise prices on our parents. So what can we do? I mean, there are things like subsidies. There are state programs, which we applaud and are happening around the country, even in, you know, not states that you wouldn't necessarily think would be the leaders on these issues, but states where have recognized that this is an important issue to families.
Very important.
But overall, what we need is a federal policy, and we don't have that.
All right, we'll keep following it, and maybe somebody will come up with one, but it helps to at least start talking about it, to your point. Laura, thank you for coming on today. We appreciate it very much. Laura Tulchin. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.